All right, joining us now from Capitol Hill, member of the Banking, Budget, and Finance Committees, Republican Senator Pat Toomey of Pennsylvania. He was part of the bipartisan group of senators who dined with the president last night. Jonathan Lemire, you take the first question.
Senator, last night, walk us through a little bit with the president's pitch on the need for tax reform. In particular, why did he make it what sort of bipartisan appeal did he make? And related, did he talk at all about, did he explain to you, Republicans in the room, about his deal last week with Senator Schumer and Nancy Pelosi?
Well, there was virtually no discussion about the deal with Senator Schumer and Nancy Pelosi. I think there was a passing reference, but that was not what the focus was. The focus was the need to do tax reform, and the president talked about, having a competitive tax system so that American business can compete. Secretary Mnuchin was there, Gary Cohn was there, Vice President Pence was there. Everybody was pitching in on this discussion. The president stressed that he wants this to be a middle-class tax cut. There was a discussion about fixing the international piece that leaves so much money from American business overseas subsidiaries stuck overseas instead of being invested in the United States. So it was a really good conversation. The president is all in on this.
All right, Steve Ratner.
Senator Wyden is the senior ranking member of the Finance Committee. He was not at the dinner last night and tweeted to point that out, that he was not at the dinner. How can you have a bipartisan tax approach without the senior Democrat on the Finance Committee?
Well, you'd have to ask the president's decision about whom to invite, but from where I sit, it's a little hard to have a constructive conversation with the folks, the 45 Democratic senators, who signed a letter basically declaring their lack of interest in working with us. If you look at the conditions that they stipulate for working with us on a tax bill, it's pretty clear they're not interested in working with us. Well, the 3 Democratic senators at the dinner last night did not sign that letter. And I think that's a clear indication that they're still open-minded about this.
I mean, Senator, this is a deal that has been, every year there are discussions of a big bipartisan tax reform. Where is your side willing to compromise? Where do you think you're going to bring Democrats on board substantively?
Look, I think many Democrats, certainly not all, but there's many Democrats who acknowledge that a 35% corporate tax rate is ridiculous in a world where the OECD is at 22. So that needs to come down, and I think there's an agreement about that. There's going to be a discussion about what kind of offsets. How do we broaden this base? How do we make sure companies that are paying little or no taxes actually do pay their fair share like everyone else? That's an area where I think we can find common ground as well. On the individual side, simplification, rate reduction. Look, we're probably not going to bring down the top rates as much as I would like to. That's probably fine with my Democratic colleagues. It's something I'm going to continue to work on because I think it matters for creating incentives for work and savings and investment. But that's an area where there's going to be a compromise as well.
All right.
All right, Senator Pat Toomey, thank you very much for being on this morning. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
And
Thanks.
still